Hello, everyone. Just wanted to come on here and give this quick testimony of what took place this week. So Monday, God had gave me a word about us being the light of the world and how He wants us to stay close to Him, and as we stay close to Him, He's going to allow that light to shine to affect others, to draw them to Christ, and how He sends people in our life. Well, it's His doing. He has control over who He sends in our lives to see the light that He shines through us. Some people you may see on a consistent basis, like your family. You see them every day. Friends you may see, you know, often as well. Co-workers you see often. But the light also He wants to shine through people that you may only see once or twice. Like when you go to the grocery store, that light still can shine. Not necessarily you having to preach them a sermon, but just acts of kindness, acts of kindness, acts of compassion. Just the vibe that you give off, the gospel of peace, how the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 6, as having your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, meaning that everywhere you go, He wants the gospel of peace. He wants you to bring peace to an environment, not contention, not strife, not anger, not hatred. You know what I'm saying? But just your ability to encourage, to bring peace, to bring life to that environment. This is the gospel as well. This is light that shines through you. Just even at work, do you display life? Do you give off that positive energy, or are you that negative person that only sees negative things and you gossip and bring, people down and talking about this and talking about that? See, He wants us to bring light to our environment and to people because it's His light. That light that He shines through us, He wants the world to see that light, which will draw people to the Lord. So anyway, He was saying how, because I deliver water, and He referred it to just like how I make my deliveries, because on a day-to-day basis I may have from 50 to 60 plus deliveries, and I never know where I'm gonna be at. It's the router that determines where I will go. And the Lord had told me, He said, I design who you come across to. He said that just how on route you may see a stop once a week, you may see a stop twice a month, you may only see a stop only once. But I determine, as it relates to people coming in your life, I determine the frequency of who will come in your life to witness the light that I shine through you. He says some people you'll see all the time. Some people you see every now and then. Some people, you may only see once, and but anyway, so that's what He told me. So, and that was Monday. So Tuesday, I come to work. Tuesday, and I'm in this building. And as I'm in this building, let me tell you what the guy said. I'm in this building, and I see this guy, and I said, "Hey man, ain't your name Ara?" Which is this guy that I went to school with 20 years ago. And he was like, "Hey man, what's going on, man?" And it was him. And he was just like, "Man," he said, man, I ain't seen you in a long time, man. It's been, it was like, it's been 20 years. And I met him at Job Corps because we went to Job Corps 20 years ago. And this is what he told me. He said, man, it's crazy that I saw you because in this building, I'm helping these people move into this suite. And he said, guess who it is that I'm helping move into the suite? Because he's like the security for that particular building, for the building. He said, it's Job Corps. That's what he said. He said, man, that's just strange. And he said, the crazy thing about it is, I was thinking about people that I knew from Job Corps. Now, again, we went to Job Corps 20 years ago. And he said, you came across my mind. And then he was like, man, that's crazy how that happened. And then I was like, yeah, man, it's the Lord. And I told him, he was like, what you doing? I said, well, man, I just work, man. And, preach the word. The messages that God give me, I upload on my YouTube page, and whoever God leads to listen to them, that's what it is. And, I just, just fighting the good fight of faith. And then, and so he was just saying like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. So I gave him the link to my YouTube page and, gave it to him, and he was like, he's going to check it out. But it was just interesting to me because, like I said, I know the word that God gave me Monday, and for me to see him, you know what I'm saying, that, that was just crazy, right? So check this out. Yesterday, which was Thursday, I'm at work. Okay. And while I'm at work, I pull up to this apartment complex. Now, Job Corps is like way from where my route is. Job Corps is like an hour away. Like, it's not even. So this is not coincidence. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not coincidence. I'm knowing that this is God. But anyway, so yesterday I'm at work. Pull up to this apartment. The gate is closed because I have a delivery to this complex. Pull up, the gate is closed. And I always say, like when I pull up to the gate, I'm like, Lord, can you send somebody to open this gate? Because, when you on route, you got to be fast paced. So you want to be in and out. So anyway, I looked to my left and there was only one person outside. Only one person I saw. It was this lady in the building right left of me where my truck was. I let down my window and I said, excuse me, ma'am. Do y'all have a gate code? Do you know your gate code? And she said, give me 1 second. She said, yeah, give me 1 second. So she went into the apartment and then she came back out and she came up to where my truck was to hit the little clicker button. And when she hit the clicker button, I looked and I knew her, and I said, hey, you remember me? And then she looked at me. She was like, hey, what's going on? And it was this girl that I went to school with 20 years ago. And guess where at? The same school, which was Job Corps. Same place I seen the other guy from. And it was just crazy because, like I say, this was 20 years ago. So anyway, she was just happy, I was like, man, what's going on? What you been up to? And I said, because I used to preach to her. I used to preach to her and I used to preach to the other guy. I was like this young preacher on campus, right? And I was like 19 years old, and that's when I had first got saved. But I would preach to, all the people. And I remember her, like the Lord used me to minister to her to, come to the Lord. And I remember like she was even going to church because at that time, like every day I was preaching. Like I would go to class, do all my work. And then, I would read my Bible after I finished all my work. And then after class, I'll just go out and we'll just be preaching to just the people on the campus, right? And well, she was one of the ones, and she was receptive of the word, and she received the word. And for me to see her again, that was just crazy. So, and I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm still preaching the word. And I told her about my YouTube page. I said, well, that's all I do. I have a simple life. You know what I'm saying? God has given me this work here, and the messages, the things that he dropped in my spirit, I just upload it on my YouTube page. And so, gave her the link, and she said she'll check it out. But uh, the thing is, what God had told me Monday about how he will allow people to, how he is the designer of who comes in and out your life, but he just wants us to remain close to him where that light can shine. So now, you never know who God will direct to hear the word. And hearing the word and seeing the light is not necessarily always you preaching to them or giving them a sermon. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just acts of kindness. Sometimes, because I remember, I'm gonna check this out. I give you an act of kindness of what happened the other week. I was delivering water, and there, when you're in a big truck, a lot of times there's no place to park, and you have to like block cars. You know what I'm saying? You don't try to, you know what I'm saying, but you have to sometimes. So I was parked on this busy street, and I had parked behind this one car, and I was just gonna be in and out, because I knew I couldn't stay there that long to have those cars blocked. But anyway, as I make my delivery, I come back to my truck, and this lady was like waiting because she couldn't move. And then I came and I said, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, I'm sorry, ma'am. I said, I apologize. I'm so sorry, And she said, oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it at all. She said, this is how God. She said, this was exactly what she said. She said, God does this to me to teach me patience. He's trying to teach me patience, and he allows things like this to happen to me. So don't even worry about it. So you know what I did? I said, I went in my truck and I gave her a free case of water. Gave her a free case of water. I said, here you go. I said, this from the Lord. And this lady, she got so, she was just so happy and excited because she was just like, oh, thank the Lord. She was just overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying? But, and it was, it was God showing her, that's what it was. He was teaching her patience or whatever God was showing her personally. It was just confirming to her that it was God. But anyway, my point is, I didn't preach a sermon to her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, preach or give her a message, but it was still the gospel of peace. It was still acts of kindness. It was still charity. You see what I'm saying? And these things is still light. It is still light. It is the light of Christ. So my point is, that was just a very powerful thing that happened because I know that God had told me, Monday, how he will allow certain people you only see a person once. Like that lady who I saw that gave the water to. I probably never going to see that lady again. You know what I'm saying? But that act of kindness, that's going to stick with that lady because this lady whole face was just lit up with joy and happiness when I gave her that water. And it wasn't just me giving her the water. It was God was already dealing with her with something that she knew. And I didn't even go to her preaching. I didn't even tell her that, I knew the Lord, said nothing like that whatsoever. She said, this is what God is showing me. You know what I'm saying? And I just gave her the water. And it's crazy. The name of the water is called Pure Life. But anyway, so like I say, I just wanted to come over here and get that testimony. You just want to stay close to the Lord because God will allow that light to shine and he will allow people to see the light that draw them to him. So God bless. Peace.